Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to remove the backhoe and the front loader from your Massey Ferguson GC1700 series. So this will work on the M and the E 1723 and the 1725. All of these are going to act exactly the same, removing your backhoe or your front loader. So on the backhoe, the first thing we want to do is remove these safety pins. You can move it out and then put it down here in this holder spot, which was something I didn't realize was there until probably about 2 months after owning this. But you just take it from here and put it down here. Bring this down. I like giving a little bit of space here, about a foot, all right? And then you're gonna put your bucket on the ground. Next, lower your stabilizers, but don't take them all the way into the ground. Barely let it touch. So now you're gonna go on the inside and remove the pins. And the pins I'm talking about are in the inside, right there. And pull out, and push out. And this time I'm gonna show you from this side. I can do it with one hand. So there's the pin. This is already loose, so you just pull out. These can be tight. And if that's the case, you're gonna start your tractor back up and you're going to use your levers to get these where you can move these around. You're gonna press these down into the ground, so it's gonna lift this up. We're disconnected, that simple. Right here is where the pin goes through, the rod that we took out. And this is the hook that connects. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it down there to that. The next thing we wanna do is disconnect the hydraulics. Now it is pretty important to have your tractor turned off, because if you don't, it might get messy. All right, we wanna notice these zip ties that are on here. These are from factory. This blue, and red. And then there's a yellow right here. Well, the yellow, if you pull this out, there's a yellow one here. You pull this out, this is a blue one here. And if you pull this out one a little bit further, hopefully you can see these, that's red down here. Right here and right here are gonna connect into one another because it's blue and blue, but it's also blue here, yellow and yellow. So you'll connect these two into one another, and then this one you'll cap off. Disconnect, pull back, and pull it out. Then you cap it off. You're gonna end up tying these two together like this. Red, you're just gonna cap it off like that right there. You're actually fully disconnected right now. But before you go anywhere, make sure to cap that and to cap that. Don't forget, because if you're anything like me and you don't put these back in their spot, you're gonna forget where you put them. Now your backhoe, it's disconnected. So next, loader. So have your tractor bucket in this position here because you have legs right here. You have a pin right here. You're gonna pull that out, push that through, and then pull it out. That's going to drop the leg down like this. So you're going to have multiple points you put this in. I always use this third one. Then you're going to go to the other side. Do the same here. Take your pin. Now we're going to set the bucket down on these legs, and then we're going to remove these. Note how these are put in, because this is going to be important when you go to put it back in. How this groove is in here, that's important. I'm just going to put my bucket down till it barely touches. I'm going to pull my pins, and I can do that from right here. These are loose. That doesn't always happen. I'll get you a closer shot on the other one. Simple. Just pull it out, pull it out. It's good to go. Now what I want to do is bring this cylinder here, close this cylinder up. So this is going to push this way. Then we're going to use the bucket function and we're going to push it. And when that happens, it's going to pop out of this socket here. And this will be disconnected. Then we're going to turn the tractor off and I'm going to show you a trick to disconnecting the hydraulics. So now we're closed all the way up on the hydraulic. Now we're going to lift our bucket. Watch how this is popping out. We're out. Make sure to turn your tractor off. Let's take these hydraulics off. There's a trick. You could pull these back and they're tight. So you pull it back like this. I don't know if you can see it with my hand anyway. See how it goes back? Or you can go forward. So I'm going to push that up and pull that out. Immediately, I'm going to put my cap on. Now you can pull back on this and take it out. I'll show you pushing up on this one right here. I'll push up and pull out. You see how that goes up? And we're disconnected. And you might want to get you a napkin or a towel or something just to keep your hands clean. Don't forget to cap these back off with their respective colors, which is attached to it, and then grab your hoses and get them up out of the way. I like leaving them out here like this because when I go to hook this back up, I don't have to move the hoses and go through a whole ordeal getting off the tractor just to move a couple hoses. If you go ahead and set it up for reconnection right now, just be so much simpler. And don't forget to put your pins back in. If you remember me mentioning this, say if you went to put this in right here, that's what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to put your pin in. So if that happens, just twist it till it falls into that slot and then it'll go through and you're good to go. Start her up and move it out. So now that we have them detached from the tractor itself, now we've got to reattach them. Going to do this in reverse order. Take the pin out, set these on the tractor. We want to pay special attention to these right here. You want to get them lined up like that. But first, we need to reattach our hydraulics. So I like doing the bottom ones first. So I like doing the farthest one in first. That's your green. So you're gonna fish this back down, bring it over, take the cap. I'm gonna push down on this one and get it in there. Just don't pussyfoot around with it. It goes in there pretty easy. But if you try to go slow, it's pretty tough actually. So for this one, I like pulling down. It's better for me. If you do these in sequence like this, it'll be easier to pull these back. And now, finally, the red one. It might be a little bit off. Now we're bringing this back. We're going to take a pin and slide it in. Now you want to take those pins back out, pull this up, come back, reattach it right here at this hole. And you do that for both sides. They've made it simple to change your front loader for something that you may need, maybe like a snow blower, maybe just like a grader for pushing. Your back, you might want to use your 3-point hitch for bush hogging, box grading, all kinds of different things you can use on these things. I guess that's the saying in tractor world is once you go on the tractor, now what implement are you going to go get? Now let's see how easy it is to reattach the backhoe. Remember to remove these. You don't want them getting in your way. First, you'll disconnect this. Make sure your tractor's off. Always remember that. So that's yellow and blue. That means it goes into the yellow on this side. There is no forward on this, it's only back. All right, take that out. Where do we want this hose to go? Yeah, better go there. Connect. Let's bring that one through the middle because I just feel more comfortable with that. So the blue is to blue, right there if you can see it. Make sure they're up out of the way, your caps are back. There's a little pocket that you can stuff these back in there, kind of get them up out of the way. I got that lined up. You put your pin in. Get that nice and secure. Pull this up. Let's do the other one real fast. Pull out your pins on the side. I'll do this side first. So you can see it. Pull it out. Pull that out. Put it back in there. So just bring your backhoe up. Tuck it back under. And it's running really slow because I don't have any throttle on so you can hear me. Pull out your pin down here. Everything's in. We are reconnected. So don't be intimidated by taking off the backhoe or the front loader because it's not a very hard process. Hopefully you learned something today, and if you did, I ask of one favor. Please smash that thumbs up button because it really helps me out a lot. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.